In our previous session, we had discussed about the fuselage geometry. Now let us start off with the fuselage structures. Fuselage structures basically consist of frames and bays, types of frame, skin panel, stringers, and bulkheads. Let us start off by frames and bays. Due to change in bending moment and shear force in the longitudinal directions, there is need to dividing the fuselage into multiple lengthwise parts by frames and bays. Fuselage frames are circular reinforcement of fuselage outer surface which are totally aircraft specification dependent. For example, if there are 7 fixed frames defined, the first is at the nose and the last is at the tail. The other 5 are located at the rear and front bulkhead, rear and front spar and nose landing gear location. The position of the rest of the frames are located equal distance from the fixed frames. Fuselage bay is a space between the two frames which is equal to the number of frames minus 1. This allows dimensioning different panels of the fuselage to the bending moment and shear force when applied to specific location on the aircraft. Now to the types of frames. We have monocoque. The ground loads and the shape gives structural rigidity to the flight. The skin mostly takes up all the flight, hence any damage in the skin affects the load carrying capacity. There will be complications in designing the doors, windows and hatches. Since it's heavy and fragile, it will not be used in airlines. Another type of fuselage frame is the semi-monocoque. The load is acted upon skin, frames, stringers, and formers. It is tolerant to damage and it possesses good strength-to-weight ratio. There is more reductancy in the construction than monocoque. In addition, it has skin reinforced by longitudinal members. Reinforced shell structure is another fuselage frame. The skin is reinforced by complete framework of structural member. There are reinforced windows, doors, and hatch attachment points. To prevent crack propagation, longerons are added to the construction. Skin panel. It is the outer surface of the aircraft made of aluminium or aluminium alloy with other materials like zinc, magnesium, and copper. Skin panel is fitted between two stringers with particular thickness and spacings. The number of skin panel is equal to the number of stringers present. Stringers. It is a stiffening member which prevents buckling due to compression or shear. The number is constant along the midsection of the fuselage. The stringers count in nose and tail depends upon the cross-section size. Stringers have fixed area in the radial direction using transverse frames or rings. Bulkheads. It is used to redistribute the load concentration around landing gear, wings, and pressure boundary. It plays an important role in maintaining the pressure when in stratosphere and protects the flight from bursting due to higher internal and external pressure. I hope you would have understood fuselage structure. Let us move on to fuselage running loads in the next session. Thank you.